Good evening, Junkyard. Yeah, I know. I know. I had to cancel my swing. Our quarterback with the University of Michigan. Um, Everybody talked how good he was when they got him, but I think the guy is absolutely worthless. Good evening, Wisconsin. I think he's another Denard Robinson. Denard Robinson was a good quarterback until he screwed the pooch. And then he couldn't overcome that. Every game, he'd screw the pooch and he couldn't overcome that. And he tried to make it all about him for all the fame and fortune and glory and all that. And it's not about him, it's about the team. And if you go back and you look at Denard Robinson's games, every game that they are like 25 behind, he magically gets hurt and doesn't come back. But the next week he's playing again. He did that a lot of times. And this guy, I don't know what all the hype is about him, but he ain't that good. I seen they had the Red River Roundup or whatever this weekend. Just had a strawberry daiquiri? Wow. Did you make me one? Kathy likes them. Kathy made, pumpkin. Kathy made chicken, shredded chicken with cream of chicken soup and cream of celery soup, carrots, and frozen noodles. It was pretty tasty. How you doing, Dale? I don't think he's all that good to begin with, but I might be wrong. But he reminds me too much of Denard Robinson, and Denard Robinson wasn't worth a damn. The guy would play football and he wouldn't tie his shoes. Many a times he fell on the ground because his shoes weren't tied. What gay hat? I don't have a gay hat. You are kidding. No. She's been lost. There ain't been no kids here all weekend. Just her and I and Kathy. Yeah. The kids are Naya and Kyler are here tonight. Friday, I got on Amazon and I bought me 3 more of these t-shirts, cards. I wanted different colors, but black t-shirts for $19.99 and colored t-shirts, red, white, green, blue, cranberry, whatever, $24.99. Why would I spend $5 extra for a colored t-shirt? So I bought me 3 more black ones. And I'll continue to buy black ones because I'm not going to spend $5 extra for a colored shirt. I thought black was a color. Evidently not. It's normal. So. Yeah, they need a liquor license. You're right, Junkyard. He may be better than Denard Robinson, but that's who he reminds me of. I don't know. He did a little shuttle pass, 10-yard shuttle pass. I don't know who he sent it. Can't remember who he sent it to, but he missed him by 2 yards. Overthrew him by 2 yards. And he wasn't 10 yards away, you know. And then he looked at the guy like, why couldn't you catch that? Well, hell, he'd had to have been 6 feet further than where it was at. Ain't that right, Pumpkin? Yeah. Who knows? What are you doing? Yeah, all right, you go. There's been this Siamese cat that's been following Kathy when she takes the kids down to the school, when she comes there down to the bus, and when she comes back, this cat's been following her all the way back here. Well, this cat ain't having none of it. So did everybody have a good weekend? Hopefully. Put it in the history books, you're right. I don't normally drink coffee at night, but it's a little chilly. I thought I'd have me a cup. Took out all the air conditioners today and got them all taken care of. We still haven't turned the heat on in the house yet. Now, you know what, the other day I wanted to, and she told me she'd break my little patties if I reached up there and grabbed that thermostat. You know what, Greg? I don't know if he's landed yet or not, but sometimes that's the best weekends to have. I sat in there in my chair yesterday, and I watched football for the majority of the day. Then I watched live PD. I did get a nappy in yesterday. Today I didn't get a nappy. The cat, that's all she's done is nappy. Oh, fuck. Is that all you do is nappy? Come on. Get up here. Come on. Come on. Come on, get up here. Come on. Come on. She wants to. Get up here. Come on. No. I gotta find room someplace downstairs in the basement or upstairs in one of the bedrooms, I guess. I don't know. Um, I got three of those electric razors, the scooters. I got three of those and one electric scooter go-kart. Um, I got to get them inside for the winter. I don't have to worry about it right now, but after Thanksgiving, I got to have them inside. Um, I find if you bring that stuff inside, the batteries last a lot longer than leaving them out there to freeze. So, I could spend a couple hours and take the batteries out of them all, but that's a pain in the ass because the scooters, you have to finagle the batteries into the compartments. So, I know. Well, I just don't have Sling. Yeah, because Sling will let you do that. I wish I could stop my Sling when my sports team isn't winning. So,
Oh, you don't need that either.
what you doing? Huh?
So I thought we had to have it before bed.
Come on,
Oh, yeah.
get up here. Come on. No. No. Kathy went to the farmer's market yesterday. She got some fresh potatoes and I don't know, something else. Come on. You're not supposed to get up there. There you go. Lay down. Lay down. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's a good excuse to go to the sports bar. There you go. Aw, pretty girl. You give kisses. Hmm. Anyways, let's see. She went to the farmer's market. I stayed home and watched football. Talked to a friend of mine that's running for city council. I got a self-propelled snow blower here, and I asked him he'd come over and get it running for me good. If I could do the work, I'd do it myself, but I don't have the dexterity in my fingers, and it's just too hard for me to, grab something and hold it. So he told me, yeah, he'd come over and get it. Said I think it either needs a carburetor rebuilt or carburetor cleaned or put a new carb on it. One of the two, one of the three. Our daughter, she grows reds, Yukon Golds, and purple potatoes. They had over 200 hills of potatoes in their garden this year. Supposed to have a guy come over and look at my Troy-Bilt rototiller today. He was interested in it, but evidently he changed his mind because he didn't call me. So I'll probably just do a twofer. I'll have him take that rototiller too and work on that and get that done while he's working on the snowblower and get them both done at the same time. What you looking at, Spirit? You see the kitty? You don't need to go to sleep. You've been sleeping all day. A few years ago, at my sister-in-law's house, I put together a cat tower. It's almost 6 feet tall. Well, the other day, she asked Kathy if she wanted it because she no longer has any cats that come in the house. So she brought it over. I blew it all off with the air hose to get most of the cat scent off of it. She's been on it a couple of times, but she hasn't really acclimated herself to it yet. But I figure sooner or later she's going to figure out that high perch is 6 feet in the air, and she's going to like that because they like getting way up. There you go. I can put it in the living room and work on it. There you go. Yeah. Now, years ago, how you'd have to turn your wrist like this to put a bolt in something upside down. I can't do any of that anymore. Then last night, I'm sitting there looking at my Gmail, and I get 3 emails from Amazon thanking me for my app purchase. What app purchase? So I started looking. I had an app purchase on October 9th and 2 app purchases yesterday, one at 7:05 and one at 7:30. I said, no, I didn't order any of this stuff. But you can't get a hold of anybody at Amazon. You go to the help center, and all it does is, it's questions and answers. They don't, say, well, if you need to get a hold of us, this is what you do. Ain't none of that. So I called my son this morning, and I said, hey, check your kids' tablets, the little guys and Niles. Said, for what? And then I give him the app's name. And he said, yep, right here it is. The little guy, they put Amazon apps on his, Maya did, put it on his tablet. And it associates with my account. So he was buying apps with my Amazon account. I was telling Kathy tonight, I'm just glad he didn't buy $500 worth. He now knows he can't add an app unless he asks first. And there's a thing there that you can stop all app purchases. But I know, but they quit doing that in August of 2025. The shipping address is mine. The app goes right to the tablet. So you're okay. You're okay. Goofy. So I told Kyler, I said, I'm going to sell your go-kart to pay me back. He said, will you get enough money? I ain't selling his go-kart. I just told him don't do it again. You can't be mad at the kid because he didn't know. He can't read. You know. Now, Gretchen and Harley, they have my email set up on theirs too, but they don't have Amazon apps. They have Google App Store. So anytime they want an app, it has to ask me for permission first. It doesn't matter if it's free or not. If it's free or if it costs money, it still has to ask me for permission first. I know. They can't. Michigan. They want to talk about how the education is in Michigan. Michigan is at the bottom 10 of the United States in education, in reading. Hey, Teddy Shoes, you old snuggle bunny, you. Oh, hi, Kenny. Yeah, and the economy. Well, you know, like they say, a picture says 1,000 words. Was you a speed reader? You can read great. There you go. Oh, man. Did I get your text Friday night? Um, I'll have to check. I don't think so. If you send it to the 49 number, I don't have that phone service no more. The 89 number I do, but not the 49 number. I'll have to check. Well, probably more than me and you make in a month. Okay, I'll have to check when I get back in the bedroom there. The phone's in the bedroom there. Was it something important? If it was important, go ahead and message me on Facebook and I will answer you real quick on Facebook. Because that's the type of feller I am. Yep, my flip phone. Oh, I haven't went live on Friday for a couple of months yet so far. I might start back up here a little bit. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been on Friday. Lazy, you're right. I'm sorry. Look at there. Now, wait a minute. Yep, I know it. She put it right where I can't reach it. An inch too high. Good evening, Kathy. I told him how good your chicken noodle stuff was. I bet they did. Them thermos sales dropped. Yeah. For those who don't know what he's talking about, visit the Polk County Sheriff in Florida on Facebook. Grady is his name. He does the morning briefing, and this was about a guy that they got a call that he was walking around inside the restrooms at the park naked. When they got there, he was fully clothed. They told him to leave and they trespassed him, and then he walked over and got on the railroad property, so they went over and arrested him for trespassing there. When they did a body scan of him, they found something inside his cavity, and he did not swallow it. It was a thermos. Yeah, he had, Grady had a thermos too, but he said it wasn't that one. Now he got a felony. Yeah. Well, he's just keeping his coffee warm until it's time to drink it. Well, if you put it in there backwards, he could just take the cap off and unloosen the spigot and pour himself a cup of coffee. Yeah. Time saving there. Nope, they never did say what was in it. Come to find out, the guy's lucky because it almost killed him. Uh, there you go. Yeah. Him laying down, get one officer on one side with your boot on one cheek and the other one on the other side with a boot on the other cheek, pull that magnet out, and say, Scooby Dooby Doo! Yeah. You got a drink? Yeah, them guys with them big old oil cans from back in the day when they used to have oil machines with, ones with a spigot about this long on it, greasing her up so they can get it out. Yeah. A bucket of KY, you're right. And I ain't talking about Kentucky Fried Chicken either. Give me a minute there, people. I have to powder real quick. Oh, I can breathe again. Oh man. They had a festival going on in Tecumseh this weekend. We didn't go. They have it every fall. It's called the Apple Festival or the Tecumseh Fall Festival or something like that. I don't know. So, kind of quiet in here. I ain't got no fan running. Give me a fan out here to get some air moving. I made this morning. I cut up about 2 pounds of Polish sausage. I cut about a pound of it up in coins, and then the other one, about the other pound, I cut in like 5-inch pieces and cut it in half, and then fried it. I fried all of it. Um, I made a couple of eggs this morning and had some of that sausage for my breakfast. That's pretty good. Let's see. Oh, I want to show you something. I can find it. No. Yeah. Oh, over there in the left-hand corner, can you see him? Three deer. Looks like a buck, a doe, and a baby, a fawn. I can't tell what that one really is, but it's a deer. I was surprised because I've never seen one on the ring in all the years we've had the ring. Now I sat here one day years ago before I had my first knee surgery, and I thought I seen something brown run by the window here, and so I yelled for Kathy. I said, "Hey, go out there and see if you see tracks." And there was deer tracks back here between our house and the fence, and this was like 8:30 in the morning. Fresh hot peanut butter cookies with chocolate chips and a glass of milk. That sounds good. Did you find some, Kath, or not?
What?
Carol flu.
Yeah.
She's not feeling good. Her chest is all congested. She can't breathe. I'm glad you fixed that oven. Yes, go. There you go. Was that you? Was that your new shirt that you got, Junkyard? Oh, daughter got it for the wifey? There you go. It was for Charlie Kirk. I told you what happened the other day. I asked them about making a resolution, a proclamation for Charlie Kirk for October 14th, and they wouldn't do it. Because they said they don't do it unless it's a federal holiday, and they discussed that already between the commission members, and they made it a rule. So okay. So I started going through the commission members, the council members, through their handbook, their etiquette and procedures. No, I didn't see one thing in there that said that. Yeah. I'll be back. Am I gone? I'm still here, ain't I? Yeah, I'll be back. You care if I show that picture or not? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be back at the council meeting. Yeah. Okay. Inside the numbers is pictures of Charlie Kirk. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him at the next council meeting if they could point out where they discussed that they weren't going to do proclamations unless it was for federal, unless it was federally, you know, at the federal level. Because I just looked and I couldn't find it. I would like them to, tell me what the minutes, what meeting it was, and then the minutes, because I'd like to see it for myself. Not that I'm calling that lying biatch a liar, but I'm calling that lying biatch a liar. So, yeah. Excuse my language, but yeah. I said biatch. I didn't swear. Iron Dog for city council. They wouldn't like me there. And another thing is, they took an oath and they violated their oath because part of their oath was to be fiscally responsible for the city. And they're not fiscally responsible. Not with all the money they've wasted in the last 2 years. Hi.
Hi.
They do need me, Junkyard, I'm telling you. They need me like a toothache. But they do need somebody there that's going to question them. You know, you forgot your gloves in the garage, right?
Yeah. It was warm when I left. Yeah.
I actually am gonna bring that up to them, the next meeting that they're, they violated their oath. So, no, there's that Mr. Miller again. Damn 'em. No, they're not Boy Scouts, but they're supposed to be. They're stewards of our money, and they're not doing a very good job of it. And there's two of them or three of them that are delusional, really delusional. Because you got a city council member that's a woman, and they keep calling him he, or her he, or it he. They refer to him as a man. I'm not in that delusion. I'm not mentally ill. It doesn't matter if you sew one on there, you're still a woman because you was born a female. And the rest are quacks, you're right. Yeah, trustworthy. That's right. I'm trustworthy, loyal, and helpful. And I am really friendly. You're right. I'm courteous, kind, wouldn't say an ill word of anybody. I know they'll call me a racist. Yeah. How's that a racist? I'm not delusional like you are. Yeah. Well, I'm not obedient. That's the problem. I am cheerful. I have a bright, glowing face every time I'm there. I got a smile you couldn't wipe out with a sledgehammer. And I am thrifty. Just getting line, Abe. Yeah. Yeah, just get in line and follow. Yeah, just be a sheep. Yeah, I don't think so. Huh? You got them all right, but the obedient one. I know you can't change your minds. But we damn sure don't need somebody, in the city council with a mental illness like that either. Well, you just go ahead and scout for them ladies. The only lady I have to make happy is the one here at the house. And what's not to love? Yeah. What's not to love? Anyways, I will be here tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. Yeah, I haven't seen what Wild the other day. Rosanna was here, so um, that's the problem. A lot of them, they'll they want your vote, so they sit there and they say what you want to hear, and then they change their mind once they get elected. I wouldn't be that way. It's either my way or the highway. They didn't like it, and I didn't like it. Oh well. But I did nothing ever since I've been to these city council meetings. I did nothing but try to save us taxpayers money, and they seem to spend it faster than we can make it or give it to them. And a lot of it's the good old boy shit. Excuse my language, but it is. They got good old boys that need bailing out, so the city bails them out. The Adrian College, they sold them that hotel for $265,000. We had $1.1 million into it. They sold it to them for $265,000. For what? Well, they said, well, you're only going to get $8,000 a year taxes on it if we sold it to somebody else. Well, that's $8,000 more a year than you're getting from the college, because the college owns 147 acres of inside the city limits of real estate, and they don't pay a nickel property tax on it. No, it is. It's easier to spend somebody else's money than it is to spend your own. No. I haven't been by the old hotel, so I don't know, but I haven't heard if it's been torn down yet or not. So we're supposed to have it down in 6 months, and it's creeping up on 6 months. So, and what I got to thinking was, I know, if you believe it, The city couldn't get it tore down in 6 months, okay? Because they were getting too late in the season to get it done in 6 months. But they waited almost 2 months to sell it to the Adrian College, and the Adrian College was going to have it tore down in 6 months. Now, wait a minute. If the Adrian College could get it done in 6 months, how come the city couldn't get it done in 6 months? You still have to have an asbestos abatement team come in and clean it out. That's why the city said they couldn't get it done, is because they couldn't get the asbestos abatement team in there to do it. Now, there's only just a few asbestos abatement teams in the city or in the county or in the state or in the tri-state area. So how could Adrian College get them, but the city couldn't? See? Yeah. All right, everybody, it's time for me to go. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care. Yeah, I couldn't get the kickbacks. You're right. I will see you tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard if you're so inclined to join me. Have a blessed day, everybody, and take care.